Hi, I'm Andy Beck. I'm an artist and photographer based here in Teesdale in the North Pennines of England. In this series of short films, I'm going to show you how I converted my Nissan NV200 into a campervan and mobile studio. The films show the various stages of the process. Now, I'm no expert. I've never converted one of these campervans before, so there will be trials and errors in these films. I hope you get information and inspiration that you can adapt for yourself if you're thinking of converting not only a Nissan NV200 but any other sort of small campervan. Feel free to leave questions or your own ideas in the comments boxes below, and wherever necessary I'll give you a reply as soon as I can. The whole of this conversion has cost me just over £1,100. So here you'll see what you can do for that sort of money. Here's the film. There's not much to beat the smell of cooking bacon and frying eggs in a campervan. But actually, not everything has to be done inside the campervan. Why not cook outside? And this is my setup. A cooker, which normally sits in the campervan and can be brought out when I need it. And then the top of the cooker unit, which acts as a table. Folding chair, nice bit of fresh air. Why just be in the campervan? In this film, I'll show you how I designed this little cooker unit, how I built it, and how I'm going to use it. Meantime, I'm going to have my bacon and eggs. That was lovely. While I'm having my coffee, I'll explain to you about this cooker unit. I wanted something that was versatile, so when I designed the interior of the campervan, I thought about making this cooker unit so that it could be taken out of the campervan and then used outside on a nice sunny day. Hopefully a better sunny day than this. The cooker that's on the top I already had. It was part of a camping kit that we had used for a few weekends in the last year. So I thought, why not use this one instead of buying a brand new campervan cooker and hob. So I already had that. And that was the basis for the design of the size of this unit. The height was determined by the window of the sliding door on the far side of the campervan. I'd measured that up, had the measure for the cooker, so I knew that this was the size that I was going to make the unit. What I wanted to fit in was the cooker, the gas bottle, a box for utensils, and an area for pots and pans. And this is how I've done it. I'll just close the cooker down so you can see how it operates. The cooker packs down into like a little briefcase, and I've set that into the top shelf of the unit. On the front there's a little drop down door, and when everything's closed up it hides away the cooker. The top of the unit is actually this, and I've made it so that it's got the fittings for the table legs the same as I put onto the middle platform section of my bed, which you might have seen in the last film. Now I carry the two sets of legs, the short legs for the bed, and in the storage box at the back I carry a longer set of legs, these ones. And it means that I can use this table either in the van or bring it out and have it out as you can see it here. These extra set of legs also mean that I can use the platform of the bed, the middle platform, and put those legs on So I have a table which is almost twice as big as this. So I've got two tables. Anyway, back to the cooker. This top goes back onto the top of the cooker unit. The first shelf down is where I store my utensils. And in here I have a box which fits perfectly. And in that, I won't get them all out, but I'll show you everything a good cook needs. Chopping board, plates and teacups, utensils like spatulas and things. And that all stores nicely away in there. In here, I've got another box, and that's all my cutlery, my knives, forks, spoons. And tucked away way at the back is my little teapot. The front of this shelf is also a drop down door. At the bottom on the left is the gas bottle. That stays in there all the time and is strapped in securely. On the right hand side, the little cupboard, is where I put my pots and pans. So in there's my kettle, my saucepans and even a wok. I don't cook just normal dried meals. This is going to be cooking. And so that's the basis of the unit. On the side are two holes for carrying handles, and at the back is a small door where I put the gas in and out. So when the cooker is fitted into the camper van, I use the far sliding door to access the gas bottle. Now, space here was very tight, especially in height. As you see, the gas bottle is very tightly fitted into that bottom cupboard. It meant that I can't turn the gas on and off through here. So what I've done, I cut quite a decent sized hole on the shelf of this middle section where I can turn the gas on and off. And then I put the utensil box back in. It's not a difficult setup, but I think it will work really well. The whole unit, like all of the other units in the back of the camper van, were made out of Ikea doors and an Ikea tabletop, as simple as that. I think it took 3 or 4 doors to make this, £12 each, and then the top, which was a £15 Ikea tabletop. By making this unit the way I have, it gives me the versatility of outdoor living. It doesn't matter where we are. We could be near a beach, we could be out in the moors, we could be in the Lake District or in Scotland, and if we find a nice place to pull in, we can get the awning out, bring out the cooker and have an al fresco meal. It's what the camper van's all about to me. The way that I have my bed section, I can actually sit on the edge of the bed or on that seat, and I can take the top off this unit, store it away, open up the cooker, and I can make myself a cup of tea or a coffee within the camper van. You must remember, of course, that when you're using gas cookers like this inside a camper van, you've got to have good ventilation. You may have noticed that I do have a carbon monoxide and a smoke alarm fitted inside the van. I find that essential. So I would have a door open for ventilation, or 2 doors perhaps, just to let that free flow of air through the van itself. As well as that, you don't want the build-up of smells, cooking smells, inside the camper van. What I'll do now is I will pack up. You'll see how the unit goes back together. I'll lift it in and slot it in to the position that I've made it in the van. I should add that when the cooker unit is in the campervan and in transit, it is held securely in place by 4 toggle catches. Part of those are fitted to the floor and the other part of them are fitted to the base of the cooker unit. The last thing you want are cookers and units and things falling over as you're turning corners. That was nice. Washing up next, but I'll show you that in the next film when I talk about my sink unit. Meantime, I'll put everything back inside. I forgot to mention that instead of just putting the pans straight into the cupboard, I found this trug, a flexible plastic bowl if you like, and I bought it firstly because it's green, matches the interior of the van, and it also stops pans rattling around too much. You're trying to keep the noise down as you're driving along the road, and so the pans all fit in nicely together. And the use of a tea towel means that everything is nice and quiet and secure in there. So there's the table. Just have to take the legs off. I know that may seem a bit of a mess on putting table legs like this on a tabletop, but you get a really good strong table, and I get the versatility of being able to use the legs on different bases, or different tops should I say. It also means that I don't have a fixed table inside the campervan. Now that would mean that if you go by the British rules through the DVLA, that this couldn't be re-registered or reclassified as a campervan, because one of their requirements is that you have a fixed table in the campervan, and I don't. So for the versatility of having these table legs, I don't think that's a big problem. Table legs off. And there's my cooker unit. I'll just take it inside now and fasten it back down securely. once the unit's in the van, I know when it's in the right place because these toggle catches will line up exactly, and I just hook them on. And there's two on each side. I forgot to mention that I actually do take the cooker unit top off when I'm lifting in and out. Not only does that make the unit a little bit lighter to lift, but also the top's not really securely clipped and fixed on, so this just makes it easier. And it fits on there, and it's held in place by Velcro, and that's the cooker unit back in. All I have to do now is store away the long table legs, put the middle platform of the bed back in its place, and we're ready to go. And there's the cooker unit back in its normal place. I'm not saying that I'll get it out and cook outside all the time. Certainly the weather won't allow for that. But I do have the versatility of being able to cook here inside, or if the weather's nice, take this whole unit outside and cook in the great outdoors. It'll be interesting to see just how much I actually do use it in that manner. There is another advantage to having a cooker unit like this that can be removed. And that is, if I needed to at any time to have more space in the campervan to transport items, goods, luggage, whatever, I can take this out, store it in the house or somewhere, and then use all of this area as a carrying space. So that was an added bonus. I didn't think about it at the time. In the next film I'll be talking about the sink and the storage unit here. So if you've enjoyed this film and found it informative, then do take a look at the following film. Hopefully that short film will give you a good idea of how I completed that stage in the process of converting my Nissan NV200. Do check out my channel for the other films which show all the other stages of the conversion from start to finish. If you've enjoyed the film, do click the like button, and hopefully you may feel inclined to even subscribe to this channel. You may also be interested in my other work, my proper work, my painting and photography. If so, do have a look at my website. The address is www.andybeckimages.co.uk. Thanks for watching.